everybody? It's your girl, Abrielle Sonke, and welcome to Give and Go Podcast, interview edition. And I have a very special guest today. We got DKG Kie, a.k.a. the Demon Killer, in the building. Welcome. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I appreciate y'all for having me.
No problem. Thank you for coming. So I'm going to just jump right into it. Tell us a little bit about yourself, like your background, where you come from.
For sure. So from Detroit, most people know, could tell from the music, but from Detroit, then my parents ended up moving me out of Detroit to a suburb so I could hoop and get better opportunities and stuff like that. That still didn't go as planned. You know what I'm saying? So went from there and ended up playing college basketball the whole nine, and that kind of went downhill, which I'm sure we're going to talk about all this later. But
yeah,
a bunch of stuff happened and transpired in my life. But yeah, I was a preacher's kid, you feel me? So I grew up in church. Grew up, I think my first sermon was probably at like 11, something like that. Yeah, so I've been doing it for a while, but after that first sermon, it felt like I just kind of like wanted to see what the world was about, you know what I'm saying? And went from there playing basketball, like I said, stopped playing college basketball, got kicked out, whatever, and lo and behold, here I am today, rapping.
Okay, that's what's up. So have you, like, I know growing up in the church, like, your parents, they say, well, you going to church.
Yeah,
like,
so
have you been a Christian by choice, or do you feel like your parents just kind of made you do that?
I feel like as a kid, it's funny, as a kid, I really enjoyed church, and I felt like I wasn't the kid that was like dragged to church. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a kid, my parents kept me sheltered, so I wasn't really no bad kid until I got to like my teenage years. You know what I'm saying? Because at the time, all I'm seeing is God, church, and the Bible, and X, Y, and Z. Like, I used to literally come in the house at 5, 6 years old and want to watch Bible movies, and you know what I'm saying, want to go to church and stuff like that. And then too, at the church I belonged to, children's church was lit. Like, we was turned, you know what I'm saying? So no, it was activity. We couldn't wait to throw on a suit and get down to children's church, you feel me? But it was like once I got older, because my parents instilled that in me, even when I was in the world, it was just certain stuff I wasn't even about to play with when I was even in the world, just because I had it instilled in me. Like, I'm doing my thing, but I ain't stupid. I know this is real too. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
So, like you said, you were in the world at one point. I feel like all of us was. We had moments where we didn't meet the mark. What did that look like for you, especially being in Detroit? It's a lot of influence.
Yeah, it looked a lot of ways. I ain't gonna lie. Like, it first started off with just like messing with girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, being a basketball player, that's just, I hate to say that's what come with it, because we get a bad rep, but it do kind of come with it. Like, in high school, they kind of start throwing themselves at you. Even in middle school, like, it start young.
Yeah, it
so
does.
They start throwing themselves at you, and you kind of just dibbling and dabbling in that, just kind of curious about, like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? We hearing it in the rap songs, and you know what I'm saying? I got older people that I look up to and stuff like that that's talking about doing X, Y, and Z. So it kind of started off with that. And then getting older, once I got to college, like, I had stayed drug-free and alcohol-free up until I got to college. Like, I was just focused on basketball. And once I got to college, it was just so much of it.
Because it's a new world. And like you said, you were sheltered. So it's just like, I got freedom. Ain't nobody on my back.
Yeah, I'm out the crib for real. Like, I'm really off the porch. So I got into just a lot. Like I said, smoking, drinking. And then shortly after that, that's when I started to get into being an entrepreneur of the nightlife.
I get what you're saying.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Making my own little,
I'm the plug.
You feel me? On me. And I'm hooping. You feel me? So that's it kind of transcended into just all that. Fighting, just angry spirits, just all type of junk.
Yeah. Really. So what was your coming to Jesus moment? Like, what moment had you like, okay, God, you ain't playing with me no more. Like, I got to get it together.
I know for a fact, it was after I got kicked out of college, I ended up going down to Indiana, back and forth from Detroit to Indiana. Half my family in Indiana, and my family had a company out there. So they told me, they like, bro, you got to find a job. So I'm like, all right, bet. Like, that ain't nothing. So I went, did some interviews or whatever, because I did have like some college credits. So, you know what I'm saying? I went and I actually landed a job. And my mama like, that'd be stupid for you to work for another company when we got one already. You know what I'm saying? It's just not the work you want to do. But they pretty much told me I had no choice. Like, I went down there to Indiana and was working. And like I said, I have my family down there. So it was a night. I get off work, went to my cousin's house. And he had a stack of money on the table. Like, just big old stack of money. He had just bust a play, you know what I'm saying? So he like, bro, I'm feeling good. Let's go out tonight. So I'm like, all right, it's Friday night. Like, why not? We might as well. We ain't got nothing else to do. Then I had this feeling like, it was like the Holy Spirit was even talking to me then, even in my mess, like, don't go. Like, just don't go. So I told him, I was like, bro, I don't think I'm going to go. I don't think you should either. But he was hard-headed. It's nothing like, everybody that know my cousin or knew my cousin, they know, like, you can't tell, bro, nothing. So I'm telling him, like, bro, I don't think this is night. He like, no, I'm going to go anyway. So I say, cool. I get in the whip, go back to my hotel, and I get a call at like 3, 4 in the morning from my mama, like, where you at? And I tell her, I'm like, I'm at the hotel. Why? She screaming and crying.
Oh, my goodness.
And she like, yeah, your cousin just got gunned down. Like, they executed him. So they pretty much set him up.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And I felt bad because it was like the last picture that I took. The last picture he ever took was a picture I took of him with the money. And we pretty much putting pieces together. We about know it was like, they seen the money. And you know what I'm saying? So had to live with that. Then the funeral come. I'm still in my mess at the time. I still ain't kind of shook out of it. So the funeral come. And the night of the funeral, some of my family was just like, bro, let's go to the club again. And I'm just mourning and, you know, messed up. And I'm just like, bet, let's go. Long story short, we go. After about 2-3 hours of being there, some stuff transpired. I ended up getting arrested. Supposed to have like 5 charges to my name.
Wow.
And God got me out of that situation where the cop just looked at me like, bro, there's something different about you. Like, you shouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? So they let me go. Thank God didn't get none of the charges slapped on me. And then right after that is when my mama kind of told me, like, bro, you flirted with death and the pen in a week span. Like, this third time,
the enemy was trying to get you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she like, this third time, it ain't going to be, no, you escaped. You know what I'm saying? So after that, I just kind of had a moment where I'm just like, bro, I need to really, like, lock in and just, like, let me see what this other side of life is about. Like, even though I'm young, let me see if I could walk out the right way.
Isn't it crazy, like, how even though we choose to do what we want to do, God be like, no, I'm still going to cover you?
For
like,
sure.
Can you just imagine what would have happened, like, if you would have went with your cousin? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just wild to me. And I've been in situations personally where, let's go do this, do that. Literally went to a block party with my cousin one time, and I just had a bad feeling. I'm like, we need to get up out of here. It was, and you know, Detroit, like, we can have fun for about 10 minutes, then people get to get crazy. So I told her, I was adamant. I'm like, we have to go. She was mad, but I'm glad we left because that whole block party got shot up. People died. So, like, I think that's really good that you knew, like, I can follow y'all, but this ain't it. Yeah. So at what age did you begin rapping? When did you know that you had the sauce like that?
I ain't gonna hold you. I started rapping like probably about 2.5 years ago. Like,
really?
Yeah.
Shut up.
I promise you. Like, just out the blue. Because growing up, I never had no musical ability or nothing.
You lying.
I promise. Like,
2 years ago?
Yeah. Like, at the most, like 2.5 for sure. Like, I'm telling you, like, growing up, I'd be on the back of the bus with the rest of my teammates. They'd be beating on the windows, like, freestyling, and they get to me, I ain't got nothing for you but a pregame speech. Like, I promise you, like, I could not rap. So everybody knew it was an inside joke. Like, everybody knew, like, bro cannot rap. So yeah, I never had no musical ability. I couldn't really play no instruments. I tried to learn different stuff, and I had no musical. But I always had an ear for music.
Yeah.
But I never knew how to rap, never could sing, nothing. But I always knew good music, like, not even just rap, funk music, you know, from jazz, whatever. And like I said, like about 2.5 years ago, for real, I was youth pastor, and my boy was just like, bro, you got a Benz, you got this, you got woo, you got some jewelry, like, bro, just come to the studio, like, just try to do a song, you know what I'm saying? And it was a God saying, because at the time, I felt like I was going crazy because I'm a creative, so it was so much stuff going on in my head, and I couldn't get it out. My mama told me, like, a week before that, like, you need to start writing. I'm like, what? I ain't about to start taking no journal, you feel me, or a diary. Like, I'm cool. And my boy hit me up like, bro, come to the studio. So I'm like, man, you know what? That would be a good way to, like, get some thoughts out, you know? And I end up going. First song was garbage for sure. But people that was around me and people that was in the city that heard it, and, like, even my parents, they was like, bro, like, you low-key got something. Like, it's different. Like, you doing Christian rap, but the Detroit way. Like, ain't nobody doing that. So that's what gave me the motivation to just keep going, for real. Yeah,
my first song that I heard from you was Christian drill music.
For sure.
That blew up on TikTok.
Yeah.
I had heard that song. I said, who is this man? He is fire. He put both of his big toes in this song.
Sure.
And I want to know what his problem is.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh my God. Like, you ever seen that gift of Jay-Z with them glasses on? He like, that was me. Because that song is so fire.
I appreciate you.
But even speaking with that, how do you think being from Detroit contributes to your music?
That helped a lot. Like, I was just talking to, I think, my producer the other day, yesterday actually, when we was at the studio, and I'm like, bro, it's funny. With Christian rap, you can't even tell where people from no more.
Yeah.
Like, when you listen to their music, like, you can't tell. It's not a regional sound in Christian rap no more. You got your people like Big Breeze, 1K Few, that you could tell, oh, they from Atlanta. Then you got Miles Minnick, oh, he from the Bay for sure. He holding that down. Then you got Kiaja, oh, she from out west as well. But other than that, everybody sound, they trying to sound the same and sound mainstream. So me being from where I'm from, you can't make it out of here without being authentic. That's just what it is.
For
you know
real.
what I'm saying? And I know it's some other people around here that's doing Christian music, but they got the same problem where it's like they trying to sound like everything that's already out there.
Yeah.
Where I feel like I'm feeling a need because my sound isn't in the Christian space. So technically, if you want that sound, you have to come to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's what's up. So do you think, or do you consider yourself to be the first Christian rapper to create this Christian drill music? Because I hear you say that a lot. And I never heard nobody say, when I heard you say it, I said Christian drill music.
Yeah, for sure.
So do you feel like you're the first to create that?
100%. What I will say, just to differentiate it, because I did an interview about 6 months ago, and some people was kind of up in arms about it. But I will say this. I'm not the first Christian rapper to make street sounding music,
Right.
but to make Christian drill music 100%, because it's a difference.
It's different.
Like
yeah.
with Big Breeze and 1K Few, their music does sound street, but it's not drill music. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that reminds you of the real drill music, you know what I'm saying? But with a gospel spin on it, and then on top of that, talking about killing demons instead of killing your ops. So 100% first rapper to make Christian drill.
Now, when you started rapping and you grew up a preacher kid, as you already stated, did you get some backlash from the church?
100%.
Like, especially call yourself a demon killer and all that. Like, were they like, okay, we could get with this? Or they telling your dad and your mama like, oh, he's going down the wrong path? You know, you have overly like religious people who be like, you even rap the wrong way. You going to hell. So
no, 100%. I still run into that to this day. Like, for real. I forgot who I was talking to about it, but it's funny. Like, you would think when I first started getting into it, I thought, oh, everybody gonna accept me. Even though I'm different, they gonna accept me because I'm on the same team. But that ain't how that go. Like, whether it's in Christian rap, whether it's in the church, it's the same way. And I'm not comparing myself to Jesus whatsoever. But it's funny, even when I read the story about like how Jesus came to earth and he was using parables and the way he was doing things was different. And the church, the Pharisees, was telling him he ain't who he is. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't agreeing with what he was doing just because it was different. And I feel like the church got a bad problem of not being able to accept somebody, even if it's the same exact message, but it's a different method of getting it out. You know what I'm saying? So I still run into it, but you got your people that's coming around now because they starting to understand what the motive is, that I'm reaching the youth and all that. But it's 100%. I still run in the flack. I'm talking about every day. Like I be having death threats. Okay.
are you serious?
Yeah, like
What they
probably
be saying?
probably like every other day I wake up. It's a post I put up called "Pray for the Rap." It's a song called "Pray for the Rappers" that I put out.
Yeah.
When I'm literally just going through and literally saying like, what's in the news? Like, this rapper is on drugs openly and y'all judging him instead of praying for him. This is what I'm saying throughout the whole song.
Yeah.
And it's obviously not a diss to no rappers. I'm praying for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I have people literally in my DMs like, man, I hope Lil Durk catch him, and I hope Lil Durk slide on him.
Little Durk, how he get caught up in this?
Because I put him in the song.
Listen,
Like, you feel me? Like,
stop making assumptions about what this man talking
You know
about.
what
Do
I'm
not call
saying?
no Little Durk.
on me, they didn't call him. All type of people like, man, I hope when such and such, I ain't even gonna say no names, but I hope when such and such get out, he come and find you and whoop whoop. Like, or I done saying, he ain't gonna be around long. Somebody gonna catch him. Like, and I gotta wake up every day and see. I just laugh at it now because ain't nobody.
Ain't nobody about to do nothing.
You know
to
what
me.
I'm
You
saying?
covered,
Yeah.
but it's still, that's wild. People are
it's
insane.
crazy. It's crazy,
People
for
are
sure.
insane, especially about people they don't know nothing about.
Yep.
Like, That's ridiculous. So
Absolutely.
I want to talk about your track Back Home featuring Lecrae.
For sure.
One of my faves, by the way.
Appreciate
I'm a
that.
big Cray fan.
Yeah.
Literally been listening to that man since 4th grade.
For
I was
sure.
in his Get Back Right video,
Okay.
been to every concert.
Yeah.
Cray, that's my dog.
For sure.
So what made you want to collab with Cray? How was that experience? And then, what was the motive behind this song in particular?
This song is crazy too. Like everybody that I talk to that asked me about this think that it came about a certain way, and I promise you it was the exact opposite. Like
Really?
yeah. So when I first started bubbling after Christian drill music, people started hearing about me. Reach Records had reached out to me, and they like, bro, we want you to come to Atlanta. Like just come to Atlanta, do a session, knock out some songs, and we see what we can come up with. We're gonna put you on the summer playlist. I'm like, all right, cool. This was something I wanted to do the year before that and wasn't big enough. So I'm like, all right, bet. Me and my producer at the time, iProject, we went out there and we working to I think it was like 4, 5 in the morning. No exaggeration. We just working on the same song, and it was Back Home. But it didn't have Lecrae on it. It was just me. So the first part that you hear with me singing, then the second part with the drill music coming in, it was just me. Did that so many times, so many takes. Finally finished it. We left. Probably a month later, I get a text from Dre, one of the A&Rs at Reach, and he like, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, Lecrae was in here today talking about you. I'm about to let him hear some of your stuff. So my head, like in the music industry, people say stuff all the time.
And they don't hold up the end.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in my head, I'm like, bro, Cray probably wasn't even in the studio. He just capping. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, bet. So I tell my people, I'm like, bro, I ain't about to get excited over that. But I get like a call. No, I get a DM from Lecrae like the next day while I'm driving to the studio. Like, man, you hard. I appreciate what you're doing for the space.
Wow.
Like, X, Y, and Z. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, bet. Cray followed me and hit me with the little, but I'm thinking that's it. I pull up to the studio, I get an email from Dre, and it say Back Home final. So I'm thinking that's the final mix to my song.
Oh, he surprised you.
Yeah.
Oh,
so, you
wow.
know what I'm saying? So I get to the studio, I'm listening to the mix, me and my producer and my manager, and we just sitting back listening to my song. I done heard it a million times, so we listening to it. Then all of a sudden, I hear my voice cut out, and I hear Craze come in. So I'm like, is that bro? So I'm like, oh shoot. So it was crazy. Like the way it came about was not at all like everybody think like it just me and him met up in the studio and then we just start picking through beat. Like it was nothing like that. It was straight God. The fact that he even heard that song for real.
And Cray is really humble. Like
Yeah.
he is a really humble what's the word I'm looking for? Like down to earth type individual. So that was really sweet that he did that for you.
Absolutely.
Speaking about, music, is there anybody out here that you want to collaborate with?
Yeah, it's funny, man, the way God worked. Like I was in Dallas this past weekend and Aha Gazelle is one of my I ain't gonna hold you.
I love
Aha
him.
Gazelle, yeah. Like
Yeah.
even though I'm in the space now, it's kind of weird to be fans of other people because I know people not. But with all pride aside, I can truly say like Aha is my favorite Christian artist to ever do this. Like period, because of how authentic he is, the versatility, all that. Like I never was listening to Christian music, but Aha, I'm cutting him on, I'm cutting Paris Careers and Ringo on. It was my big three. So it's funny I had a show with all three of them. Me, Ringo, and Paris are already cool, but I had never met or talked to Aha. So we do the show or whatever. He come in right before I go on stage, like, man, looking forward to your set, whoop, whoop. So I get off stage, we get to talking. He like, you out of Detroit, ain't you? I'm like, yeah. He like, all right, bet, yeah, I'm about to have to slide down there. So again, thinking you just talking. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I just kind of tested him. I'm like, all right, well, I got something for you if I can shoot it to you. So he like, bro, I'm down to work whenever. So that's the one artist in this space, Christian rap-wise, that I'm definitely got to do one with. Because I done did one with everybody else that I kind of looked up to coming up.
That's dope.
That's in the tuck, too. It's a lot that I don't have out right now with people that some of y'all wouldn't even believe. But besides Christian rap, it just in gospel, I got to get something with Kurt. I got to get something with Kurt.
That would be fire.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I got to get something with Kurt. We working our way to it. We ain't talked to him yet, but it's a way we trying to figure out.
I stand in agreement with you on that. I'm going to pray on that. Listen, I can't wait to hear that because Kirk is such a creative.
Yep.
Like with certain, listen to like all his old school stuff. How he puts stuff together. I know, especially working with you, that hip hop aspect. Oh, that's going to be dope.
Yeah, because what people don't know too is like if you go back and really listen to my albums and not just the songs that blow up on TikTok, I really know music. So you got songs where I'm fusing R&B, worship, and rap. And it's my voice on all three of the parts. So I know how to put together real music that's not just kill a demon, kill a demon, kill a demon.
Yeah.
So that's why I want to work with more people, like I said, like a Aha, like a Kurt, that can help me showcase, like, okay, he really well-rounded as an artist.
Yeah.
So.
And you do have a lot of variety. I can't say that.
Yeah.
So what's your perspective about working with artists who are not Christian or don't acknowledge God? What's your viewpoint on that?
For sure, I feel like that's a real taboo topic in our space. Like, I was just talking to Paris and them about this too, because you got some people that's far left that's like, no, you should never work with an artist that ain't rapping about God and da-da-da. But me personally, I feel like if I can get you to come over to my side,
right,
I feel like it's not a problem with it. Like the song I got with One Up T, Stop the Cap. We met at the studio, met in person, talked about God, talked about life and everything. And it was like, okay, bet, you doing secular music, but you ain't stupid. You know who God is. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you pushing a positive message too. So as long as you go in the booth and you stay on track of what I'm in and don't sway and get off to, you know what I'm saying, the secular, we green. Like we can definitely do that. But I feel like it's when you got, it's an artist out there that, I'm not gonna say his name, but it's an artist out there that's to collab with secular people, and then you have on the track, you hear that they bleeped out the cuss word and stuff like that. Like stuff like that I ain't doing. Because if you can't abide by my rules on my
or
song,
your boundaries,
my boundaries, like, then we just ain't gotta do it. I ain't that pressed for you to get on my song.
Yeah.
But,
do you ever feel like a pressure now that you are in the mainstream and you are promoting Christ? Do you feel like a pressure to have to like stay on your P's and Q's?
Absolutely.
I hope I'm saying this the right way, or you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, because now you have this big following, you probably blew up way more than what you thought at the time, which we see.
Yeah.
So now that you're in the limelight, I could just imagine, like, I don't know if I could do it.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Like,
it's definitely tough, because it's like, it go with everything. I ain't gonna lie. Like, spiritually, I'll start spiritually. Spiritually, you definitely gotta be on point, because like I said, the thing be too, people notice me in public a lot now. So I can't just be out here just anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, I tell my boys, like, or even people that I used to be cool with, like, hey, I'm having a birthday party at club such and such. Can you at least just come through? It's just a birthday party. You ain't got to drink. You ain't got to... Bro, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Because even if I know I'm going to just say, hey, how you doing? And I'm about to bounce. But if somebody see me in there, now that's on Rapzilla, or that's on a blog, like DKG. And, and they already looking for me to mess up. So, I you know what I'm saying? So you got to watch what you're doing, who you surrounding yourself with. And then also, too, if you're not spiritually grounded and your relationship with God is struggling, people can hear that through your music, because your subject matter start to change, and the favor that God put on you can sometimes either fall off or bag back a little bit, and people can hear that. So, and then too, it's so much. That's a loaded question. I'm glad you asked that though, because people got to realize too, we're not just doing this just to look sweet. Like, we really
it's
ministering
a real
to
lifestyle.
people. You know what I'm saying? Like, we really ministering to people. So it's like, if you got a spirit of depression, lust, anxiety, whatever it is on you while you recording these songs, and you're not going to God about it, that's the spirit that's going to be on this song. I don't care if the song is called Jesus and you say his name 100 times in one verse, but if you got a certain spirit on you that's on you while you recording, it's going to come through the sound waves and come through the music, and it can minister to the hundreds or thousands of or millions of people that listening to it. So that's the first part. And then too, even when it comes physically, like in the natural, as a rapper, especially with the brand that I got, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta stay to a certain standard.
No, for real,
like, I hate, even when I'm in public, I'll be in public with like some slides, some shorts, and a shirt that don't match. So I'm like, ain't that DK? Nah, bro, I don't even know who that is.
My name is Brandon.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got that. And then too, even being able to keep yourself up, like health-wise. Like, I went through a season where I was real skinny and then got bigger once I started rapping, because I'm in the studio every day, not really working out like I was, and just eating, and started to get bigger. I can't even let my image fall off on the wayside. You know what I'm saying? So now I done changed my whole life around to where I'm eating clean and working out 1 or 2 times a day, everything. So it's a constant upkeep.
Yeah.
And then even the people that's around you, if people know you associated with certain people, you got to watch what they putting on their social media.
And I was
That's
just
the
about to
crazy
ask
part.
you that.
Yeah.
How important is it for community, like especially since you have changed your life around? What changes did you experience in that area? Because I know for me personally, when I start taking my relationship serious with God in 2022, same thing like you. I didn't grow up a preacher's kid, but I always knew God. When I said everything changed, everything changed. The most two dangerous prayers, in my opinion, is Lord, reveal and remove and show me my heart posture.
For sure.
And when I asked him that, when I say all hell start breaking loose, relationships were just dying out. So did you experience the same thing?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I feel like, too, I didn't even have to pray that prayer. I feel like when I first got saved, it just started happening. Because the people I was with was the people I was in the streets with. So it wasn't even like we don't mess with you no more. It's more so like it was a respect thing. It's like, okay, we see what you got going on. Like, we ain't about to keep on trying to, what we coming around for? And all you talking about is God, and we got a blunt. Like, bro, we trying to get high. You feel me? So it was
we
more
ain't trying to hear that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was more so like a respect thing of like, bro, we respect what you doing. That's fire, but that ain't for us. And that's cool. So it saved me the awkward conversation of, hey, bro, we can't be cool no more. You know what I'm saying? We can't talk. So that was one thing. And then fast forward to even now, the people that I got around me, I got a real solid camp around me, from my manager to my girl to obviously my parents to my homeboys, my producers, everybody. It's a constant thing though, just making sure like I said, people know who I'm associated with because I post them and stuff. So it's like, it's another artist that I'm about to actually sign to Demon Killer Gang that I'm not about to announce yet. But I was talking to him a little while ago. He had it wasn't nothing crazy, but he had posted something. I'm like, all right, now we gonna take that down.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, and not even just take it down. You got to know for the future.
Yeah,
it's bigger than just you now. You under a whole umbrella. So it's like whatever you post could make me look bad, because it could make me look like I'm co-signing this. You know what I'm saying? So no, it's tough. That's why you got to watch who you associate with, who you call, artists that you associating with, friends, girlfriends, whatever. Like, because these fans do their homework. They know.
Yeah.
Like,
and even being a Christian, you got to have people who ain't afraid to tell you the truth.
Exactly.
I don't want no yes man around me.
Yep.
I don't want no followers. If I'm doing something wrong, tell me what I'm doing, because I'm definitely going to tell you.
Yep.
It's about holding each other accountable, you know?
Exactly.
So let's talk about your last album that you put out, On My Way Out, which dropped last year. What's your favorite tracks that you put on that album? One of my favorites personally is Rules.
Okay.
I could tell that you put your heart out on that one.
Yeah, for sure.
But what's your favorite?
I love Rules for sure. That definitely came from a genuine place, like, for real. But I think my favorite song on that is what's probably gonna surprise people. Voice of My City.
Really?
Like, hands down. Like, Voice of My City, because first of all, for the title, like that song, I probably should have titled that song something different and use Voice of My City for maybe a Detroit song. That way more people could hear it. But the message behind that song it wasn't Voice of My City on some prideful stuff. It was more so like, as far as Christian rap and as far as this region, just the Midwest in general, I'm the face for it right now. So it's like, I kind of talk about the struggles of what I'm dealing with friends, and also bigging up people like, bro, you can be better. You can be better than this. You can be this. So that was one of my favorite songs. Plus it had two beats in one. Like, I'm that type of person. I love starting off melodic, like back home, starting off melodic, then going into something trap. So that was one of my favorite songs. It just didn't get a lot of play. So besides that though, I would say probably Stunting. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
It was crazy.
No, that was hard.
Yeah, that sample and everything. Like, I recorded that song probably 10 minutes. I was just feeling it. Like, we just was running through that mug. And I think that was the last song to get recorded for the album.
Wow. So how is your writing process? Do you feel like, do you just go in and be like, all right, I know what I'm gonna talk about? Or do you feel like every song you write is led by God?
Yeah, I don't write. Like, ever.
Wow.
That's why I said this whole thing with me rapping is God, because
Wait, you said you don't write? So you just go in there and Holy Spirit be like, talk about this, and you be like, da-da-da,
yeah, I just go, no cap. That's why I'm about to start posting more vlogs of me being in the studio, because a lot of people don't believe it or even understand what I'm saying. But what I do, I go in and I pray before every session, and then I tell my producer, shout out Jake Tompkins, I tell him how I'm feeling, and he make the beat. To literally the beat, I'm telling, I could go in there and be like, man, make me a beat that sound like raindrops with a cat walking down the alley and a yellow light on. I promise you, I've done this with him every day. And he will make a beat that sound exactly like that.
Wow.
And then from there, I go in the booth, and it's like God just be like, all right, go. And they just come. And like yesterday, the last song I recorded is on a Detroit beat. We probably finished it in like 10 minutes.
Wow.
He made the beat in about 20, and I rapped for about 10 minutes and did a whole 3-minute song.
That's
how
dope.
all my sessions go.
That's dope. Can we expect a new album? I know you just put one out last year, but it's like, I know everybody want more. So can we expect any?
All right, let me ask you this. When is this going to come out? The video? Like this podcast? Like, when is it going to be posted?
I'm going to try to do it tomorrow.
Okay, bet.
Derek's going to give it to me in the morning. That's how we do it.
Okay.
And I'm probably going to post it 12 p.m. tomorrow.
All right, bet. So I can't say too much then.
All right,
I ain't gonna say too much. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you off camera though for sure. But
okay.
Yeah, we working on a lot of stuff. I could just say that. We working on a lot of different collabs. We got a lot of new music. I probably got like over 1,000 unreleased songs that's just sitting on my phone right now. So
okay.
I think it might be time for a project. I think it might.
I think it might be too. I think it is.
I think it might. So yeah, we gonna put together. I gotta get this summer past me first because I'm doing a lot of shows. I'm literally like, it seems like every week I'm in a different state. So once I get past this summer, like once August is over and September is starting to roll in, that's when I'm gonna have like a clear cut plan of like what I want to do. But I think it might be time. I think y'all might get something.
Okay, I'm excited. I can't wait to hear it.
Sure.
You just dropped She Blessed. I've heard Holy Fire.
Yeah, appreciate that.
What made you say, I need to get some songs for the women?
Yeah. I ain't gonna hold you. I seen a lot of, or been seeing a lot of music that's degrading women. You know what I'm saying? Or like even the female rappers. And I mean, shout out to them. They getting their bag and doing what they doing. They in their process as well. But even a lot of the women rappers, they kind of doing the same thing. Like just kind of making it seem like a woman ain't good for nothing but, you know what I'm saying, sex. You know what I'm saying? Or the way she look. So for me, then also too, I seen what Skilla Baby did with, I think the song Bay, where he was just, the whole song, he just bigging up women.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So I seen it, I'm like, dang, that'd be hard. Like, why we ain't got no Christian version of that? Like, there's so many good Christian women out there. And I feel like, too, it was always like a stigma, like, man, there ain't no good Christian women out here. And the more and more I got into Christian rap, and I'm seeing the people who posted my stuff, I'm seeing the people who come to my shows, I'm like, bro, it's great Christian women and Christian guys out here. So I'm like, bro, you know what? I got to put a spotlight on it. I talk about killing demons and being tough and all this so much. I'm like, bro, let me just go in the studio and really do something that really that can be an anthem for, like I said, the Christian women that's still fly, still go out with their friends, still have fun, but they about their bag. You know what I'm saying? And all that. But they, first and foremost, is about God.
Yeah, most definitely. I love that. And, I had another question. Besides rapping, do you have interest in anything else? Like you're a creative, so I'm pretty sure your mind is 110 other places, how mine is.
Yeah, for sure. You asked some great questions. I ain't gonna lie. I be in some interviews down there going to sleep. So yeah. I ain't gonna lie.
That mean a lot for me because I was nervous. I had to pray in the car. I'm like, God, I don't want him to think I'm weird.
No.
Because I was calling your manager. I was like, she probably think I'm annoying. Let me just
No, you doing your thing. I ain't gonna lie. I be in some interviews like, bro, when is this gonna be over? But no, this is cool because a lot of people don't ask. A lot of people don't even care. Like, you know, but to answer your question, my hand is in a lot of different stuff right now. Like we got the merch coming out, or that's been out, but we got new stuff that's coming out as well because I love clothes. You feel me? So I want to get into real life fashion design and not just DKG merch. Like I want to be able to actually have a real line. You know what I'm saying? And be in stores and whatnot. And that's later on down the line. But as I grow my name, it's like I'm using rap as a stepping stool to get to other places. So clothes for sure. I want to have I'm working on my own video production company because I had one during COVID, but once I started rapping and stuff, it kind of just fell by the wayside. So I had a whole media company, so that's something I'm working on as well.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's why I edit all my own videos. Everything you see from
you
DKG,
edit your own videos.
Everything you see from me is me, no cap. But it's God, but it's me. Besides my beats, that's
you
the only
be recording yourself too. Like you set your shut up.
Yeah, I got Black Magic camera. And I'm invested in lenses, like all the cameras that y'all got and everything. I'm a nerd when it comes to stuff like this. If you notice, when I first walked in, it's the first thing I paid attention to. Because I'm huge on just video editing, media, logos, websites. Any website you see from me, I did it, everything. That was what I was doing before I was rapping.
Shut up.
Yep, during COVID, everybody had
Bro,
that
you
money.
cold.
I appreciate it.
I'll be like, who is his cameraman?
Nah,
I need to get his info. And that's you the whole time.
Yeah, so like with my music videos that I can't shoot, like hold the camera myself, shout out to Pat, Patrogenic on Instagram. He the one that do all my pictures too. But he'll hold the camera. Like, and he still to this day don't like doing videos. But me and him just got that relationship. That's like my little brother.
Yeah.
So he'll come out and hold the camera. I'll tell him where to go. I'll set the shot for him. I'll put somebody in my place, stand behind the camera, be like, all right, that's good. Go stand in my place, wrap my scene, get the memory card from him, go home, edit it that night, and then the video will be out the next day.
That's dedication. You just inspired me on a whole nother level. Like, if he can sit up here and do that, because your videos are nice. Like, the way that you put it together, everything. I'm a type of person, like, I don't just put out bull crap. Like, it has to be who I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna show up a certain way, so my content not gonna be a certain way. And you are professional all the way around. So shout out to you. You gonna have to teach me what cameras you buy, because I do photography outside of everything else I do. So I have a Canon, but I want to get into like doing videos and stuff like that too. So that is really dope.
Yeah, and I wanted to say too, not to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Two things. Number one, is this my camera right here? This one? Okay.
That's his? Okay.
So number one, if you are looking to do music, movies, media, whatever it is that you're looking to do, invest in yourself. That's the biggest thing. Like I said, I was already doing music videos and stuff like that and just editing before I even did music. So I knew coming over here, if I really want to do this, I don't want to have to depend on somebody. Yeah. Because what if they lose the memory card? What if they don't edit the video the way I want it to be edited? Like, so I had to make sure I really invested in myself. Even when I first started rapping, I never went to a studio. Christian drill music was made in my bedroom.
Wow.
No exaggeration. My biggest song to this date was made in my guest room next to my big old pit bull breathing. So I had to keep on pushing him out the room so you can't hear him on the mic. So like
get out of here.
You feel me? And I feel like when you show God that you are willing to put in the work, then he can send a team.
It's about stewarding over what you have.
That's what it is.
You know what I'm saying? When I started this podcast, it was on the app. I was doing audio.
So I know.
10 visitors. Oh, you did?
Yeah, because I asked Velvet, my manager, I'm like, is this audio? Because I was going to show up in sweats today. Like, I've been tired all day. So I asked, I'm like, is this audio or visual? She like, no, this visual. I'm like, you sure? Like, I'm like, all right, man. But no, I've been peeping for sure.
Listen, this was a thought in 2022. I told God, like, listen, I know you want me to be your mouthpiece. I feel like I got a lot to add, but right now all I can do is on this app. But when you steward over the little that God gives you and he sees that he can trust you, that's when he gives you more, right? So now I can invest in it. I done prayed about a podcast studio, met Derek, who has been amazing. And so, it's about stewarding over what you have. And that's what you did.
Yeah. And like I said, you show God that you're willing to work with something little, he'll give you the big studio that you're looking for. So now the studio that I record out of, shout out to them. I ain't gonna say the name because some of y'all be trying to pop up and stuff, but the studio I'm at now is a multi-million-dollar studio. I just hung my first plaque there.
And congratulations on that. I seen that on the gram. How did you feel getting that?
I ain't gonna hold you. That was such a crazy moment because you grow up and you see rappers and singers and all these people with these plaques, and you can't really wrap your head. You like, how did they get that many streams or that many people that supported them to rise on a Billboard chart or on an iTunes chart? So when I first did it, it was on a worship album. That first plaque was from an album that had no rap on it. It was me singing. So I didn't even want to put the project out.
Yeah, I hear you got a little voice too.
You know what I'm saying?
A little
You feel me? So, and I was scared because I'm like, bro, my fans want the drill music, the demon killer stuff, but my team around me just told me, like, bro, put it out. I think God is telling you to do this for a reason. Like, put it out. And we put it out. I didn't expect it to do nothing. I didn't even think I had the ability to chart ever. Like, I thought I had to have 100,000 followers and all this. Man, we put that song out. With the album out, I probably had 15,000 followers. And the next day, my boy hit me up like, bro, you on iTunes at like number 40 under Tamala Man.
What?
Yeah, I'm literally in the car about to crash. I'm like, wait, I'm looking. I'm like, bro, he playing. And everybody else started hitting me. So I posted, I'm like, bro, everybody, if y'all didn't go buy the album, let's see what we can do. And by like 2 hours after that, we had hit number 3 and stayed there.
Oh my god!
And I think it was number 30 something on Billboard or something. So
that is incredible. Congratulations. And it's a different type of feeling when you doing stuff the right way.
Exactly.
When God blesses you and he gives you something and it's like, dang, I know that I contributed to it, but it's all God. And you're not out here compromising yourself. You're not trying to be like nobody else. You are walking authentically in who God called you to be. And that's so incredible.
No, for real. And I appreciate it. Like, and then too, that's another thing I want to say too, because in this space, you see a lot of cheating going on.
Yeah,
like,
most definitely.
Like behind the scenes, it's
especially
a lot of,
in Detroit.
You feel me? Like
Detroit, we the type of city, y'all got to do better.
Oh God,
with my camera, y'all got to do better. Y'all won't support nobody until you see them hanging out with Skilla,
you feel
Vezo.
me?
Y'all don't show nobody support until you see them put on. And y'all got to start really looking out here, because Detroit, I don't think nobody hustle harder than us.
No, they don't. And I think that's what I be trying to get to other people to understand. Like when people meet me and they like, man, why do you do everything? Like with the videos, the designing your own merch, the da-da-da. Like, bro, because if I don't do it, who gonna do it? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then on top of that, why would I pay somebody else to do it when I can do it myself?
Right.
So it's Detroit is one of them cities that is bred you like that. But that's why I said too, people gotta stop cheating and do it the right way, because I done had so many opportunities to buy streams. I could have bought myself a #1 album if I wanted to. But it's like, why? What are you getting out of that? You getting a couple people to be like, oh man, that's dope. Just like I just posted that plaque. All 1,000-something of them people who like that picture, I guarantee you they not thinking about my plaque today. That was just a one moment thing of like, oh, that's good, congratulations. But they on to the next thing from their other favorite rapper. I'm not about to sit out here. I love y'all as supporters and fans, but I'm not that enthralled in impressing somebody that I'm about to go.
Listen, the Lord have his way, because let's talk about it.
Yeah. I got time.
The Lord
today.
have his way.
I got time.
Because just a transparency moment, there was a season I think the beginning of I was pregnant, but 2022, I sat down from all of my talents. Like I didn't do modeling, I didn't do photography. I was just like, and the Lord was like dealing with me about a whole bunch of stuff. But I felt like I was losing my passion, because I have a passion for these things. Yeah. I was losing my passion. I asked God straight up. I said, God, I don't know what's happening, but like I don't think I like these things no more. Like, what's going on? And he was telling me, like, it's not that you're losing the passion, you're losing the desire for self. Yep. You no longer want to do these things for your own gratification or your own, you know what I'm saying? Like pat on the back.
Exactly.
Now I have changed your heart to want to do it for me. Yep. And I went through a whole season where I even changed the way I dressed. I not to, because it's about you, but
no, for sure. Go ahead.
I was in my closet one day and I was in the house by myself. My husband was gone. My kids was gone. And God was like, I want you to go in your closet and take everything out of there that does not depict you in the way that I see you. So I start throwing away 2 pieces, things like that. Yep. Even to the point to where the man told me to throw away my Tupac shirts. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I felt some type of way. I'm like, hold on, Lord.
For sure.
Because I'm a big Pac fan. But I said, why I gotta throw away my Tupac shirts? And he's like, because he never glorified me. So why do you glorify him? Yep. And sometimes I don't think we understand that we put people, we put these rappers, these singers on a pedestal, and we create idols out of them.
100%.
So I think that's good that you touched on that, of like not needing validation. You really got to check your heart posture with this.
No, for real, it ain't even, because it ain't about that. Like for me, like I said, hanging that plaque, most of y'all don't even know, I had that plaque since September. It's just been sitting in my basement. So good.
I thought that was a bug on there. I was about to be like, Derek.
Hold on. Somebody snuck in.
Go get it. I'm sorry.
No, you good. No, you got me checking. Hold on. No,
because I just seen something. I was like,
Yeah, no, we good.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we good.
You gonna have to loop that.
That's going viral for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
But no, like most people don't even know. I had that plaque since September of last year.
Really?
No cap. It's just been sitting in my basement. Like, and I was proud of it when I got it. But people also don't know, is the same people who sent me, the people who send out plaques, they owe me 4 more. I just ain't for my last albums. Every album I've dropped since Resurrection has earned a plaque at the #3 spot. We just ain't cracked 201 yet. But it's like that ain't why I'm doing this. Like, this is cool. This is great to be able to look at this type of stuff. But at the end of the day, my plaque is when I get on my Bible studies on live on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Shameless plug, y'all. On my
I was
page.
just about to get into that because
Yeah.
I felt the Lord wanted me to ask you.
Go ahead.
I see that you do your Bible studies. They be lit and you be talking. So are you still considered a youth pastor? Like, do you still have that?
I don't know. I don't.
And then my other question would be, because of your influence and, you know, in my opinion, I think you're an upright man.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever considered creating like a men's group, like in Detroit or, you know, just period, where people can either come somewhere virtually on the internet or whether it be in Detroit? Have you ever considered doing something like that to minister to these young men out here and older men as well?
So number one, am I still considered a youth pastor? I guess you could say that. I know I'm always gonna be a minister because I was ordained. You feel me? So I'm always gonna be that. But yeah, I guess you could consider me that because I'm still doing
minister. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm still doing my youth pastor duties, I guess, every Tuesday. So yeah, I guess I could be considered that. And then number two, with the men's ministry, I ain't gonna lie, I never thought about that just because I don't know. I really don't. I think too is I don't like committing to something unless I know for a fact I can really get it done.
Mm-hmm.
So with the Bible studies, I had been wanting to do the Bible studies for like the last 6 months before I started, but my schedule was just so busy. I had to focus on my music and getting off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm at a point where my music can kind of go on autopilot. I'm making enough money. I'm doing enough shows to where I can do my consistently every Tuesday Bible studies. I got time to study and X, Y, and Z. But no, I feel like that will be something that comes later on down the line. Because like I said, there's a lot of stuff that I want to get into doing. I'm writing a movie right now, all type of stuff.
That's
like,
what's up.
Yeah, so when the way God works with me is like, when the time comes, he'll open up the door and I feel it on me heavy, and then that's when I move. I even tell my manager, like, I get it, you got all these good ideas,
but I gotta wait on the Lord.
Yeah, like we not moving until I know it's time, because we can move prematurely. People don't even understand
and mess up
that.
everything.
Yeah,
everybody be in a rush.
Yep, people think you can't move prematurely. I just said this the other day. It's nothing worse than getting the right thing in the wrong season. No cap. Like, a driver's license is a great thing to have, but if you give an 8-year-old a driver's license, what is that gonna do?
Right.
So yeah, but I say just I'm waiting to the right season and seeing what what doors he gonna open up for me.
I can't wait to see it.
For sure,
I
for
know
sure.
you just came back from Dallas. I think you have another show coming up too. What else we got planned for the summer? What shows you got going on?
Matter of fact, let me put my phone up. I'm about to show you. So we got a whole schedule actually. Let me see my summertime schedule. Where is that at? See, you got me keep on checking this. You know what? This is a spider right here, Derek.
Oh my God! I knew I wasn't crazy.
It's little. It's right here.
I thought I was tripping.
Yeah, we keeping all this in. I ain't gonna lie.
That's fine as long as you're okay
Duh,
with it.
No, I'm green. I love this. This organic right here. For sure.
I knew I wasn't tripping.
No, for sure. Yep, there we go.
Shout out to
Got
Derek.
him.
Ooh.
For real. Okay, cool. So yeah, right now, I actually had a show I just had to postpone in Atlanta. But after that, I'll be shooting a lot of content for something I got coming up.
Okay.
That's August 2nd. Holy Smoke Festival in Nashville. I'll be there August 9th.
Okay.
August 16th, I'll be in Milwaukee.
Dang.
The next day after that, I got to fly to Minnesota.
Dang.
Then I got to go to Canada about a week after that.
That man booked and busy, y'all. And y'all better go support him. Buy
y'all
a
gotta come to the
ticket.
shows.
Come see him.
Yep.
It's going to be a time.
Yeah, and then after that, September and stuff get busy as well, but we just stopped. Let me just get past this summer. So
Yeah.
you know.
Do you ever take like sabbaticals from your music? Do you ever be
100%.
like, I got to sit for a month or two?
Yeah, a month would be hard. Like I wish my manager was here so bad, because she'd tell you I'm a studio rat. She cannot keep me out the studio.
She be like, go home, take
like,
a nap.
She for real be telling me like, please leave. Like, why are we still here? Like, you done made all these songs. You know, you about to put out half of these songs. 75% of them nobody ever gonna hear them but you. Like, just leave. But for me, I just like working on my craft, and then music for me is therapeutic.
Yeah.
Like, I get to go in, and it literally how I'm feeling that day. Like, I could be really, really missing my girl that day and mess around, come up with another holy hunt. You know what I'm saying? Or I could be really pissed off at the devil that day and come out with another Christian drill. Like, it's just however I feel. But yeah, I don't know. I've taken at the most, as far as a break from music and just everything in general, since I've been really popping, I think the longest break I've ever took has been like 5 days, maybe.
That is not a lot.
I'm telling you. But to me, like, it's only my girl. It's my girl fault. Shout out to you. I love you. But yeah, she the person in my ear and in my life that's like, I'm not about to let nobody overwork you.
And
like,
that's period.
You know
shout out to you, sis.
Yeah, shout out to Carmen, man. She
that's how it should be. You have to take time for yourself.
Yep.
I think also like with crafting, especially when you follow God, you got to take a moment to hear from him again. Because, sometimes things get muffled and you got to make sure that you and God is always on one accord. So having that time to yourself really is important. Yeah. But let me ask you this, and I don't really want to know because I be asking people this all the time. Yeah. We know God real.
For sure.
But was there ever a season in your life where you was like, I don't know. Yeah. God, do you hear me? Hello?
Yeah. I think as a kid, you just have childish thoughts. So some stuff is hard to be explained. So it's just like, I'm reading this, but I think the biggest thing that got me as a kid was like, you hear about all these miracles that's happening in the Bible and walking on water and all these miraculous things. And then you like, man, why we don't see that no more? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it? But then as I got older and I started to realize the part of it is too because we don't have that type of faith no more.
Right. Like, most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people say that they got faith, but while they praying for something in the back of their mind the whole time, they thinking of a backup plan if it don't work. That ain't faith. Like back then, to have faith to walk on water was literally just, this is gonna work. Like I'm looking at Jesus. This is about to work. But the faith we got now, as soon as we step out, it's like, all right, well, let me not just jump. Let me just put 1 foot so I can have 1 foot in the boat. That ain't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I had a couple moments of like, okay, why X, Y, and Z? And I have had moments of, God, do you hear me? But I feel like a lot of them times, it's kind of like a test from God almost. Because again, going back to the faith thing, like prime example with me and my girl, I could say I love her all day when things is going good. Like when everything is going great, I just did something for her. She just did something for me. We at the mall holding hands and da-da-da-da. Yeah, of course I love you. But what about the day that you just pissed me off?
Right.
Like what about the day I woke up and you just getting on my nerves for no reason, or vice versa? Do you still love me then?
Right.
That's real love, and I feel like the same thing is with God. That's real faith when everything is going wrong, you can't hear his voice, everything around you is crumbling. But you still like, for some reason, I still believe. Yeah. All this is going to be worked out.
Yeah, I'm going through hell, but I know that you're going to bring me out of it at the end of the day.
I think, too, that's the meaning of God is good. Like, people hear that and they say God is good.
Only for the good.
Exactly.
But he's good through the bad.
Exactly. God is good mean God is good even when you having a bad day. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
On my very first episode here at the studio, I do like a moment of gratitude for my own personal episodes. And my one moment of gratitude was for the trials and tribulations, because I feel like we spend too much time complaining when our back is up against the wall instead of really looking at it in a different perspective of saying, okay, what are you trying to teach me through this? I don't know what it looks like right now, but I thank you for this opposition, because I know that at the end of the day, it's building character and you are trying to show me something through this. And I think that's good that you said that. 100%. So this is a fun question. Out of all the characters in the Bible,
oh, yeah, I already know what we're doing. For sure.
Who would you think you could compare it to the most, or who would you consider yourself as? I'm a Peter type person without the denying Christ. The Lord's still working on me.
Yeah, I like to say, I ain't gonna lie, I got two. Like, I'll say Peter, just off the strength that, like, still to this day, y'all keep praying for me, because
come on, let's talk about it, because
like,
I feel like
I'm like that still to this day. Like, I love God very much. You feel me? I'm definitely a family man. God has changed my life, but at the same time, play with me, you're gonna find out. And I pride myself on that. And I think I got to stop doing that. That's the problem. Like, I need to just, you know what I'm saying, turn the other cheek, all that. I hear you, Lord.
It'd be difficult, though, because I think people, and I just experienced this 2 weeks ago, people, because they know you talk about God, they know you changed your life, they know and seen you turn the other cheek and walk away from stuff that they wouldn't have done because they're not spiritually mature in that area yet.
Exactly.
They feel like, oh, well, you ain't did nothing before.
Yeah.
So I know if I continue to play with you like this, you ain't going to do nothing now. And it'd be like, it's not that I can't.
Yeah, you feel? Come on, somebody.
It's not that I can't. I'm choosing not to because of who I got to answer to. But it can get like that.
Me. Yeah, I had somebody try me at the studio actually probably like 3-4 months ago. Like, bro was just drunk, belligerent, and he tried to play in my face. And quickly, I'm talking about because he knew it, which was funny too. I didn't even know that he knew who I was. I think it was God that didn't allow me to do what I really wanted to do because I never knew bro even knew who I was. So, like I said, he got to playing with me, and he found out very much quickly that, you know, I ain't never gonna be that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no.
I love the Lord, but you could catch this 2-piece
for sure.
if you keep
and a biscuit to come with it.
And a biscuit to come right with it.
Me? But yeah, no, I would definitely say Peter because of that, and then I would say David as well. Because even though David made a lot of mistakes, he was still a man after God's own heart. You know what I'm saying? Like I done did a lot of stuff in my life that sometimes I be telling my girl some of my past stories, she don't even believe it. Like. You know what I'm saying? So I done did, and not glorifying it, but I done did a lot of stuff and still mess up daily to where sometimes I be like, God, I know you ain't rocking with me no more. Like you know what I'm saying?
I've been in them spaces. I am going straight to the gates of
me?
hell, the 9th layer of hell.
Like,
I'm gonna be under the hell.
I'm telling you, I done woke up some days like, oh, I know you about to take all this from me. I shouldn't have did that. I shouldn't have said da-da-da. But every time, because I feel like too, my mama always told me, it's like, Kai, your heart always been right. Like you always had a good heart. Like you was never an evil person. Like some people be doing wild stuff and they just an evil person. Like they just ain't got a good heart. They hating on somebody. They wishing, you know, they don't wish well on nobody. But for me, I just make mistakes from time to time. But my heart is always in the place of I want to serve God. I want to do the right thing. You feel me? I want to honor my parents, honor my girl, keep my team, feed my team, and X, Y, and Z. So I would definitely say I'm a mixture of David and Peter for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Peter for me, and I'm just gonna say Peter because everybody be acting bald head, and I really just be wanting to chop some people's ears off.
Me.
But yeah, that's good. I had another question because I do lives on my TikTok. Sometimes I'll do a Bible study or I'll just be on there talking. Yeah. And I get this question a lot, like, how does God talk to you? So I want to know, have you ever heard God's voice audibly? What does that look like for you when God is trying to get your attention?
100%. So I don't know, like a lot of people don't believe in certain stuff, but I'm a big believer. The church I grew up in, we learned about prophecy and everything. So I grew up literally hearing from God, like.
So you a prophet too?
I ain't gonna say too much, but I definitely got a very strong prophetic gift. I do too. You feel me? So I grew up like literally as a kid being able to prophesy to people like without knowing you, like God is saying such and such and such and such. How did you know that? God, it ain't me. I ain't no psychic. I ain't, you know. But people ask me that a lot, like, how do you hear from God? For me, it's different ways. Like I can sometimes audibly hear. But then you have those times where I'm so busy doing everything else that I can't hear God's voice. He'd get my attention by somebody else. So my girl might say something. It's like, damn, I was feeling that. Or my manager or my mama or my dad, stuff like that. Or sometimes from a dream. Like, and sometimes
I'm a big dreamer.
Yeah. So, and then too, I feel like people discredit the Bible a lot. You want to hear God talk. Read
the message
word.
right there.
You know what I'm saying? Like people like, well, God ain't ever speaking to me. Open your Bible up.
And I think people have this like, I don't know. I think people be thinking God gonna be like, son, daughter, rise and grind and come to the left side of this grocery store. And it be like, no, God don't talk like that at all.
Yeah, it don't be. It's like sometimes you can feel something in your spirit. Like you ever had the moments where you like, something told me to leave. It wasn't something.
It was the Holy Spirit.
That's what that was. You know what I'm saying? So you have unctions of the Holy Ghost a lot of times that'll speak to you and that can pull you in certain directions. Just like the situation with my cousin. That was nothing but God. You know what I'm saying? So people, I feel like you said, people feel like God got to talk to you like this audible voice that just cracked the sky open, and that can happen. But he talked to everybody different ways. So.
Yeah. I think even with your walk, I think your walk is different too, right? Like sometimes, and this is just me, and I was just talking about this the other day, I can't stand when people like try to place their convictions on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Like God could be telling me specifically not to drink because he knows what it's going to look like if I continue down that path. But he might not convict you personally to do that. How you feel about that?
I just got in trouble on another podcast to talk about this. I actually went viral. I was on Kid L podcast in Detroit, and I said the same thing that you just said, and they clipped it. Well, not him, but some fans, not some fans. It was some haters, I guess, that clipped it. And it's on TikTok. It's up there. Y'all search my name. Y'all find it. And I'm talking about the comments is going crazy. Like, this is why you can't trust these Christian rappers and they'll lead you to hell. And da-da-da. And all I said was the same thing that you just said because it's the truth. The Bible even talk about the fact that if eating meat causes your brother to sin, it's not a sin, but just don't do it around your brother.
Right.
That's all it is. Like, it's all up to, like you said, it's your conviction. Now, what I don't like, though, is people being like, they ignore the conviction or they ignore God saying you shouldn't be doing this. And they like, well, drinking ain't in my conviction. Nah, you just ain't listening. You feel me? But nah, when you real life know what your conviction is, like for me, I'm going to be honest. I cannot drink. Like that's just me because I know, again, where it will take me. Mm-hmm. So that's my conviction. But I know people personally who drink. Are they going to hell? I don't think so.
I don't think God is sending people to hell for having a glass of wine every 7 months.
No, that like
I think it's the drunkenness, and if we get clear for this, oh well, I don't care about y'all opinion. The Lord loves us, but I don't think like because sometimes I'll have a margarita and I'll be straight, and then I won't have another one for a couple months. Yep. I think it's the drunken. When you're doing it and that has become an idol in your life. Same thing with people who smoke. When it becomes an idol in your life and it's stopping you from hearing God, it's stopping from you for being obedient. That's what I think is the sin. But I don't think God's sending folks to hell because you had some Roscato at Olive Garden on a Friday night.
Nah, I'm not with that at all. That's why I say people got to stop comparing themselves to other people.
And that don't mean necessarily he won't convict you for that in the future.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? 100%. I feel like just God meets us where we're at.
Yeah, because there was certain stuff that I was doing. Not even drinking and smoking, but it was certain things that I would do when I first got saved that eventually that I didn't feel convicted about. Then eventually, as I entered into different seasons, it's like, all right, now let's place this conviction on you because you're going when you go to another level. There's also another level of holiness that's required as well. Yeah. So no, that sometimes will happen, but yeah, y'all gotta stop comparing yourself to everybody else. Like, don't look at, and I hate this too. Just because I'm a rapper and I might be your favorite rapper in X, Y, and Z, don't look at my life and try to be me.
Oh my God.
I ain't gonna lie, because listen, I will be the first to tell y'all, like, I love y'all so much, but I will be the first to tell y'all I'm killing demons and I'm doing X, Y, and Z. But sometimes them demons get the winning.
Yes,
like, it's the truth. Like, I don't care who you
truth.
Are. Yeah, I don't care who you are. Don't get to looking at my life and try to copy paste what I got going on because you don't know, number one, where I come from, my background, the grace that God gonna give me for doing specific things. Yeah, He might not give it to you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, please, y'all, just don't compare yourself.
And I think people don't understand also, like, just because we said yes to God, and this is why I created my podcast, because I feel like there's a lot of Christians that give fluff. I'm not here to give fluff. Yes, God is good, and it's a different part of him, because I feel like me personally grew up in the church. Hell was just talked about a lot as like a scare tactic. Yes, if you don't live life how you supposed to and the way God wants you to, you will go to hell, but that's not who God is, right? God is a loving God. He's compassionate. He gives you unconditional love. He has patience like no other. That's who God is. I forgot where I was going with this.
No, we was talking about the conviction.
I forgot. But anyway.
The message is out there now.
Yeah. But that's who God is. Yeah. I really forgot. This is bald head. I hate when this happens. Maybe the Lord ain't want me to say it. Because what you just say? Derek, you gonna have to cut this out.
No. I was talking about the conviction.
No, what was the last thing you said? Oh, that's what I was about to say. You were talking about don't follow me. Yeah. That's why I don't understand, and not to bring Lecrae up again, but Lecrae is so heavily criticized in this industry, and I never understood why. That man could eat a Cheeto with his left hand, and people would be like, see, he a fake Christian. He actually right-handed, and I never understood that. Like, just because we giving God art, yes, it doesn't mean that's the end all be all is what I was trying to
Facts.
say. Like we
Facts.
still have, even through life, even when we get old and even after we die, it's stuff we still gonna have to be delivered from. It's gonna be new levels, new devils, and things that you have to unlearn and be delivered. So yeah, that's what I don't know why I just had a brain fart, but that's what that's what I was trying to say. So what shows are you watching now? What's your favorite show right now?
Man, do I have a favorite show? I'll say Blacklist on Netflix.
Blacklist?
Yeah, you ever watched it?
No.
Man, I just put my girl on. So this is like my third time actually watching like all 7 seasons. Like it's pretty much, without giving the whole premise away, it's about this man named Raymond Reddington. He like the most wanted criminal in the history of criminals. But he got this connection. And you got to watch the whole show to figure out what the connection is. But he got a connection with this girl who worked for the FBI. So what they do is they come up with this immunity agreement for him. So they have him work for the FBI. He give them other criminals in exchange for being close with the girl that work at the FBI. Like it's crazy. But every episode, it's kind of like one of them law shows where every episode is a different story.
Do you watch The Chi?
No, my mama was telling me about it. I ain't got into it shit.
Oh my God.
I ain't got into it shit.
You gotta watch The Chi.
So, like,
you gotta
is it
start.
on? That's on Max.
Showtime, I think.
Showtime. Okay.
Yeah,
Say
it's
less.
really good.
Yeah,
like
I'ma
the
get into
6th
it.
season just in, but it's so good. Like you gonna want to go through it. That's
Say
what I've
less.
been watching.
I'll tell y'all what I do be watching though. I guarantee you nobody will guess it either. I be on YouTube a lot. But
Okay.
I'm an avid bowler. So I watch like the full bowling matches. Like,
Are you serious?
Okay. Like I'll be at home, like for real. Like I was in
You
the
be like,
studio.
I gotta.
Yeah, on me. Like I got my bowling ball in my car right now, no cap. And I just ordered a custom bowling shirt that say DKG and
Shut
DKG on the back. I
up.
promise you.
Would you want to be a part of a bowling league? Like,
If I had the time, yeah. But I just told my boy, shout out RBGJ in Dallas, when I was kicking it with him, I told him I think what I'm gonna do is make my own team. Like just had it like
that
DKG.
is crazy.
Yeah,
That'd
like,
be lit though.
Yeah, I'm like that for real too. Like I feel like in basketball and bowling, ain't nobody else seeing me. Period,
Yeah.
point blank. But yeah, I'll be at home for real. It'd be like 12 midnight, and I'll click on the PBA championship. Like, for real.
That
On
is
me.
crazy.
Yeah, I love it.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I know you post on your YouTube like your music and stuff. You said you're gonna start vlogging.
Yeah.
When can we expect that? Because I think people would like to see like who you are outside of like being an artist. Who is DKG when he go home?
I think y'all could probably expect that. What's today? June. This is July. What? Like 10th, 11th?
11th.
I
Is
think.
today the 11th? Yeah.
Okay, bet. I think in like the next couple weeks, actually, it's a guy named FTK Reacts. He got a reaction channel where he just react to a lot of different Christian rap and stuff. He actually coming down here from Ohio to do like a 24 hours in a day of DKG. So
Oh, wow, that's lit.
Yeah, that's gonna kind of kick it off.
Okay.
So that'll kind of get me more comfortable, because I done did vlogs in the past, but I want it to be more stuff than just me. Because I'm gonna be honest, what I do every day is just go to the studio. Like I be rapping, so I don't want to show that every episode. So I'm trying to get more free time to go out and just live life, like just actually go explore and just, like I said, just live life for real, so that y'all can see me in different environments besides just he rapping again. You know?
Yeah.
So
Is there any like award shows like BET or I guess what is that other one on MTV called?
the music video awards.
Yeah. Would you want to be a part of that type of stuff?
100%. I think as an artist, I don't care. And if you say you don't, you a liar. Like you big cat.
Yeah.
Because as an artist, I don't care what type of artist you is, music, painting, visuals, whatever. You want to have that gratification to an extent. You want to be able to know, okay, I made this art and people rock with it. So I would be lying if I said I didn't want to be in that conversation. We actually did just get some news that it's a big chance. I'm not going to say what award show. It's a Christian award show that's mainstream, though.
I think I already know what you.
Yeah.
I ain't going to say it, though.
Yeah, we did just get some news that next year my name most likely going to be on that ballot.
That's
So
what's up.
that's
It
really
will.
good. Yeah,
Not most
we gonna
likely.
say
It will.
Yeah,
We're going to put it out in the
You know what I'm
atmosphere.
saying?
Congratulations
So,
in
appreciate
advance.
that. You know what I'm saying? So, but no, I was just watching the BET Awards the other day, and I told my parents, I'm like, bro, I want to transcend all of this. Like,
That
I want to
Usher
be able to
tribute pissed me off so bad. Because why do y'all... Where's my camera? Is
talk
this my
to him,
camera?
man.
Zoom
Talk
in
to
on
him.
me there.
Talk to him.
Zoom in. I need y'all
I
to.
already know where you going.
Why did y'all have Tinashe singing nice and slow?
Man.
Why? Why would you do that?
The whole BET Awards as a whole was trash this year. I'm not gonna lie. Like I watched it.
Now Kiki ate it up. Kiki
Kiki was
Palmer
cool.
ate it up.
Kiki was cool, and I love what the women doing right now in music. But I just feel like that was a little disrespectful to not have one man.
Where's Mario?
Where Chris Brown at? Where Tank was
Where's
in the crowd?
Joe?
Tank was in the crowd. We could have
Tank
had
was in the crowd. You could have called Joe.
Tyrese.
Tyrese
You
was.
feel me? Tyrese was ready to sing. You know he be ready for whatever.
Tinashe?
Like, I ain't gonna lie, that did have me hot. That did have me hot.
That made me so.
I'm gonna be honest
mad.
though. I think because I'm a '90s baby. I'm
Me
gonna be honest.
too.
Like I think just everything now is just going downhill. The movies ain't good no more. Like,
Nothing.
I was talking to my girl about it. Like the Beverly Hills Cop movie just came out, and I was watching the originals again. And I'm like, bro, like we don't have movies like this no more. We don't have music like they had TV shows. Like,
We had the best cartoons.
We had the best
growing
everything. No
up.
cap.
Oh my god!
Yep.
Like I was just saying that to my nieces. I was like, y'all, these cartoons and stuff y'all got is whack. We
no,
had
they
the
is.
best everything.
And then too, everything too political. Like even the BET Awards, I ain't gonna speak on what candidate was being pushed, a lot, but it was just too political. Like this is a time to honor people in music that's been working for the past year to get to where they at. Why is we talking about the left side versus the right and this and the third? Like it's just everything too political, man. I'm
So
not.
since we talk about that, because I was about
Oh
to ask.
my God, here we go.
I got to ask
I
you now.
already knew. I already
So how
knew.
do you feel about not necessarily like who you think win, but how do you feel about that? Like when rappers be, oh, I'm
Endorsing
better
certain
than
people.
you.
Yeah.
You're this, that, like with the Kendrick and Drake situation.
For sure,
you know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying? How do you feel about that?
I think rap is a sport. I'm gonna be honest. I think rap is a sport. Now, doing Christian music, I feel like it shouldn't be competition, but it is because again, rap is a sport. Like you, it's just in my space. You're not gonna hear diss tracks for real. You're gonna hear people say subtle stuff. You know what I'm saying? But in the secular rap game, I kind of enjoy what they got going on, as long as it don't turn fatal or like what happened to Rick Ross. Like that should have never. The
Yeah,
whole,
that was too much.
that's going too far. But if you keeping it just in the studio, you're not going too disrespectful. You just rapping and showing that you better than the next person. I don't mind that because I'm gonna be honest. If I'm being totally honest with you, and I would look in this camera and say it, I personally feel like there is nobody who can step in a booth with me, whether it's secular or Christian. But I feel like if you doing this and you don't feel like that, something is wrong.
Nobody.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna name the
Is
ones.
it because like? Because I agree too with you as far as your own lane. I
sure.
definitely feel like you in your own lane. Like ain't nobody. I don't see it. But you don't think. What about?
I'm gonna tell you the ones. I
Okay,
got.
tell me.
So the ones, the only people who I think can really hang with me for real, is my boys like Paris Careers, Aha, Ringo, Scooty Real Nice,
Okay.
and Hovey. I gotta get Hovey.
I
his
love
credit.
Hovey.
That's my guy. Like Hovey, one of the most genuine people in the world.
Wow.
Like this man has called me at 4 a.m. one time, as busy as he be, as big as he is. Like, hey bro, you good? Like just checking in on you, and sat on the phone just to listen to me vent. And then after I got done telling him, I'm in full demon killer mode. I'm like, bro, I want to do this to him, and I'm tired of him calling me out, and I'm da-da-da-da. This man hit me with the most
about to
Hovey.
fight.
You feel me? He hit me with the most Hovey response. This man got quiet and waited till I was done. He was like, well, Kai, I hear you, but you just got to pray about it, man. I'm like, bro, you really like this in real life, huh? Like, you really
And that's
ain't
a
just
brother for real.
no cap. Like, he's somebody who not going to let you crash out.
He
But
not about to agree to your
Nah,
foolishness.
he let me get it out for my little
He
30
be like, all
minutes.
right, I
know
hear
what I'm
you,
saying?
but we
Yeah.
still got to hold a standard of God
sure.
in so many words.
For sure. And people don't realize either. I tell everybody this all the time. Y'all got to put respect on Hovey's name. And the reason I say that is this. People know Hovey from the singing version of him now. Because
Yeah.
he blew up off the Altar song and the remix now with Sierra. Shout out to him and shout out to her. But people don't really know Hovey can rap.
He really can.
Like Hovey will, I'm telling you, I will put Hovey against.
And I've been a fan before y'all even knew who this man
You know what I'm
was.
saying? With
so-
the Hovey with the bowl cut.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who was working at the grocery store. You feel me? Like, Hovey really liked that. So, no, I think I listed like 5 people. Them people right there, and obviously my guys that signed to DKG, them the only ones that I could sit back and say, okay, bet, like, I would feel comfortable having you on a song, and I know you're going to be on the same level as me. But everybody else, it's no diss to nobody. But it's at the same time, it's just, my confidence level, I can do any genre of music. I've done the R&B, I've done the trap, I've done the mainstream type of rap, I've done the lyrical miracle boom bap type of music, and that's about to come out in 2 weeks. So y'all be paying attention for that too.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
I would like to see you do I would like to see you get your top 5 and y'all do a cipher. I think that would be lit.
That's real doable. That's really doable. I ain't gonna lie.
I would love to see DKG Kie Demon Killer cipher.
Yeah, we could do that because like I said, I was just with him 2 days ago, so it's not too far fetched. We could definitely put something together. That would
be dope.
Yeah.
Well, this concludes the episode. I really enjoyed this conversation. I was so nervous, y'all. I'm like, I hope this man don't think I'm crazy. But I thank you so much for coming onto my podcast. Give everybody your social. I'm pretty sure they know it, but shout yourself out.
Yeah, on Instagram it's DKG little period KIE. TikTok, I think it's DKG Kie official. And please, y'all, make sure it's the one with over 70,000 followers because it's a lot of scams. It's like 10 scam pages that's been on TikTok, asking people for money, all type of stuff. YouTube, same thing. Just search DKG Kie. All my music will pop up. I think that's all the social media I got. This is why I need my manager here. Yeah, I think that's it.
And show love to his new songs that he just put out, She's Blessed, and all the other amazing songs that man got. And we hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, gang, peace.